if you were some of the lucky few that benefited from the August core update, I hope that you piss yourself in public in front of people and you embarrass yourself. I only say that because I'm jealous. I got absolutely nothing from this core update, and I think that it would be hilarious if you peed yourself in front of others. Yeah, sure, you can brag about probably getting some of that traffic back and making more money than me on your website, but I have not yet peed myself. I'm going to show you what I experienced during this update. I'll be honest, I'm shocked that it's actually already over. 19 days total. They said it'd take up to a month, but this felt like it cut short. I mean, that's barely over 2 weeks when it comes down to it. So I'm going to show you what happened to my traffic during this, or more specifically, what didn't happen to my traffic. And we're going to get into that in a second. My name is Rob. I enjoy talking about blogging and SEO. I may or may not actually know what I'm talking about, but I enjoy the conversation. So if that sounds like it's okay with you listening to some bozo blab about things he may not actually understand, I'm your guy for that. Hit the subscribe on this. Let me jump over and show you my GSC. I made a video probably, I guess, right when this update started. And I was like, I'm not going to check my stuff too often. And I did check it probably once a day, but at no point did I see any volatility with my website whatsoever. And for those of you who don't know about my past, I'll just go ahead and show you this just to give a little bit of context again, because I like when my weenie gets sad. And this makes my weenie sad. Oh boy, there it goes. So I was up here looking real pretty, and this is what's happened since the September 2023 update. Here is all this. It just looks fun. Here's the March core of this year. Knocked it down to the rest, and then here. Okay, so what happened to me during this? Nothing really. This is over 28 days, so I think that this started around the 15th, this update here. So I was hovering around 231 impressions and 15 clicks, which still sounds bad. Even whenever I say it. It's not a great thing to say. But yesterday was 17. Less impressions. My impressions were overall down. And then yesterday I was back into single digits after. Okay. Anyways. So I got really nothing. I saw no daily spikes. I wasn't checking it a lot, but I saw nothing that looked like it was of interest. I was really happy to see some people that saw their stuff come back. Some people saw their stuff come back and go away again. I think what I am most intrigued by about this entire update is the fact that there were websites that did nothing to their website, either since the March core update or even since HCU 2023, that saw their website traffic actually return to those same levels. And so I look at that in two different ways, and I'd be curious you guys' thoughts on this. One is, I made a video almost a year ago now where I said that, actually it was after HCU, I said that part of me wonders if, in order for Google to clean up the mess that is their SERPs, they're just going to have to do this sort of broad sweep, and some people are going to get swept up in it that shouldn't have been and that didn't deserve it. But it was just things had gotten so bad with spam and all sorts of stuff that they had to basically. Some people are going to have to fall on the sword despite their best efforts. And there's still a part of me that wonders if that might be true. And it kind of fits that what we're seeing now, which is websites that got hit, didn't touch their site, didn't update it, didn't revise it, got their traffic back. And that kind of makes sense with that. But what probably makes more sense to me, and I only say this because I still struggle with a lot of Google's messaging and the things that they have said, and sort of just their what they say doesn't actually end up being kind of true, or it feels like they're constantly misdirecting. So what feels more likely to me is that the HCU and the impact from the HCU of September 2023 was not what they were wanting to do. It wasn't what they thought that the outcome, and it made them such a big hole that they tried to fix it in March and they couldn't. And so at some point, what I started to say was, I think that they're going to start doing this thing where if they reverse the HCU, they're going to bake it in and make it seem like it was part of the plan or part of the process. Like it's going to be part of oh, look, you did the thing we told you to do, and now, look, we're rewarding you with your traffic returning. But the problem is there's quite a few instances of people that didn't do anything at all, and they're getting that traffic back. So this feels like, to me, a little bit, again, of misdirection, where I think that they're trying to fix some of the things that went wrong with the HCU without admitting it's HCU. They're saying it's, well, because we're rewarding you. You were a good little boy or girl, and you did the thing we're asking you to do. When in reality, it's a little bit of a look over here than doing something over there. And I've been saying this on videos for probably the last 6 months of beware of this being a thing that happens, that Google, realizing things suck, could very easily go look, we're going to do this thing. And remember, the messaging on this update was, we're doing this to help small and independent publishers, right? They even put out messaging that would lean towards that type of thing. Well, if a few people start getting their traffic back, then it can start to look like it's just because they're doing the right thing, when in actuality, some of them didn't do anything and they still got rewarded. So I tend to think it's more of that latter, that it's just a misdirection and it's them trying to pick up the pieces that had scattered so badly because of HCU in 2023, but they're doing it under the guise of, good job, we told you what to do, and now you get some of this traffic. So that's part of it. I still think that a big part of this too was that there was such a big hullabaloo about the AIO stuff and them scraping other people's content. I think people stopped writing on new content. Well, what happens if people stop writing content, but AIO depends on people to write new content? Well, you got to give some of those people their traffic back in order to incentivize them to write again, or to incentivize others to write again. If people see, oh, well, small and independent publishers are starting to get their traffic back, I should get back to work. Then all of a sudden AIO wins with that, because now they got all this traffic that they, or content that they can use and repurpose it and whatever. So do I think any of this was on the up and up? Not really. I mean, I don't see an incentive for Google to do this on behalf of independent or small publishers, other than the fact that they needed content too, that I do think that their quality of their SERPs had gotten so bad that they had to fix some stuff from the HCU, but do it under the guise of, you did a good job by following the directions we gave you since HCU by improving the quality of your site. The only problem with that, again, is a lot of people didn't touch their site, and their site ended up getting their traffic back. So that's all that I got. I got nothing good out of this entire update. Now, I have seen in prior updates, especially like 2021 and 22, that a lot of times I didn't get any sort of good impact until the updates were actually done. So I'll kind of keep an eye on those types of things. That, you know, it's implemented now, but the impacts may not be felt for a little bit. So I'll kind of keep an eye on what goes on. But curious from you guys, did you get anything? Look, we've all been in this turd bowl for a while. We've all been talking about how difficult it's been, especially on my channel. We've all been feeling it. Be curious if any of you guys watching have got anything positive, any sort of hit, any sort of increase, decrease, or otherwise. Let me know what's cooking. And again, if this was helpful or enjoyable, or I don't give whatever shit, well, you like this video or not, subscribe or whatever. I just like talking about this stuff. So hopefully you guys got your traffic back. I didn't. Maybe you can give me some of yours. A sliver. That's all that I'm asking for at this point. It's just a sliver. Something to give me some hope. I have hope. It's just not about this. So anyways, that's it. Enough blabbing. Best of luck to you guys. Tell me what's happened to you. I want to know in the comments below. Peace.